from his roles in such films as Moonstruck, Do the Right Thing, and Once Around. And starting this Sunday, he stars in the CBS miniseries, The Last Dawn. Please welcome one of my favorite actors, Danny Aiello.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Terrified.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Of this?
Absolutely.
No kidding.
I could never get used to this. As much as I try, I can't.
Now, is this harder for you than, like, doing a movie role? Or?
Yeah, I think, you know, when you're doing a movie role, someone else is writing your lines for you, and you're just doing a character, and you can blame anything that you do wrong on the character, and it has nothing to do with you personally. But here, it's you. You know, it's you. It's...
Well, if you do anything wrong, blame it on me.
Okay.
All right? And then it'll make it a little bit easier.
Okay.
Now, I know you live near my sister in Jersey, right?
Yes.
Because I went into Pathmark, food shopping with my nieces.
Yes.
And the cashier said, "Don't think it's any big deal that you're here. Danny Aiello shops here." That's what she said to me.
The people in Ramsey, New Jersey, which is where I live, are very nice, and they're very warm like that. They don't see too many people that work in movies or on television, but I do, in fact, go and shop at Pathmark.
That's why.
It's not my wife, Sandy. It's constantly me, and every time people see me, they say, "Do you actually shop?" I said, "Yeah, I eat, too." So, you know, but I do. I actually do the shopping.
Do you do coupons?
No, Sandy does.
Sandy does.
As much money as she has, she still does coupons.
Right.
I guess that's a woman's thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Or if you grew up without money, did you grow up like just...
Actually, we did, because in those days, I think today it's, well, of course today it's called welfare, but when I was a kid growing up, it was called home relief.
Right.
And we were living off ration books and things of that nature, and anything that we purchased, whether it be gasoline, butter, milk, had to be done with coupons. So I experienced that in my young life as a kid with my mom and my family.
See, so when
Sandy did as well.
She did as well, because when you grow up like that, I don't think you can ever really change fully, you know? Because when I go to the Gap, like for my son to get his clothes, I always go to the sale rack, and then I always hear people going, "Why is Rosie down at the sale rack?"
She does.
And I think, why shouldn't I go to the sale rack if it's on sale, you know?
That's exactly what Sandy does.
You have to do that. Now, when I told my nieces who was on the show today, I said, you know, Danny Aiello, and my niece, who's 8 years old, said, "I know him, he's in Papa Don't Preach."
Well, yeah, actually, I did that video a long time ago, and to be honest, may I tell the story?
Sure.
Sean Penn and I were quite close then. Of course, he was with Madonna at the time, so he had mentioned to her, she was looking for a father, to play her father in the video. So he said, "Why don't you get Danny Aiello?" She said, "Would he do it?" They called me up, and I said, "No way.
Right.
I'm a professional actor. I don't do videos. That's an embarrassment. I wouldn't do it." So I went home to my daughter, Stacy, who at the time was 13 years old. She's a grown woman now with 2 little children. But she said, "Dad, Madonna, it's Madonna, it's Madonna." I said, "All right, so what about Madonna?" "Oh, everyone loves her. You have to do it, please." So I called my agent up. I said, "Make the deal." So I did it for $450. $450, that's all we got paid. And I said, "Send back the check because I want to remain as this professional actor and not as a video actor."
Right.
So we sent it back, but I made part of the deal that my daughter would be able to take pictures with Madonna on the set. Stacey didn't understand this, but when actors are working, sometimes they're so much into their creative art that they haven't got time to do anything else, such as take pictures with my daughter. So she refused at that moment to take the picture at the time that we wanted it, so my daughter hated her.
Wow.
She said, "How could she be so mean?" But of course, Madonna came around after a while, and they took the pictures together, and she was happy and became a big fan thereafter.
You see that?
And we had a Vita after that.
And we had a veto, which who can deny that? It is true when you get in that mode of working, or sometimes when you're just even out in public and you're just tired, you're in a bad mood like anyone else, and you don't realize that, you know, somebody, it means, you know, you get like, and it's horrible because you feel bad.
No, it's true, because you need the concentration, and at times, you know, it may not be right. You might not say the right thing at that very moment.
Right.
But I think that was one of Madonna's best acting performances in Papa Don't Preach. Do you remember that video? You know, of course it was like a silent film, but what I'm talking about is the way she looked, the way she emoted. Naturally, she sings well. She's so great. And she was great in Evita, incidentally, and I thought she was overlooked, to be perfectly honest. I saw it and enjoyed it. I thought she was magnificent.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. She was brilliant in that movie. So you have a new miniseries coming on, Mario Puzo, The Last Don.
Yes. It's very exciting. I'm very apprehensive about it because 2/3 of the film, I'm playing a man 85 years old.
85?
And I had no idea how to do that. I said, how do you play 85 years old? I never played age as an actor, but what I did was, on my trip from New Jersey to Toronto, where we were shooting, it took 8 hours. And by the time I had reached Toronto, I realized how I was going to do it. I'm 6'3½". The 3 kids that play my sons are 6'2". So I felt in the very first scene, I'll stand very upright and let them see that I'm very much taller. But like all Italian males, I don't know if you know this, I don't know if it happens with anyone else, they shrink when they get older.
They do. They get a little short as they go.
I hope it doesn't happen with me, but what I did was, in the last scene of the picture, I'm 12 inches shorter than they are. And it's a very simple thing. You know, you use your imagination, you wonder, how am I going to do this? Am I going to do trick voices? How am I going to play this age? So I decided to be like Richard III. I began to get hunched over, and not realizing that when your body is hunched like that, when you start to speak, your voice even takes on a different shape, a different rhythm of speech, and it takes on age. So much to my surprise and happiness, I found that it worked.
Well, I bet it does. You're such a phenomenal actor. I love you and everything. And Once Around, that Boston accent, that family drama, it was so great.
Could I do something? I sung in Once Around.
You can, but I wanted to show you a clip first. And then will you sing to me?
I want to sing something to this girl.
If you would sing to me, I'm getting all mushy. I'm a mush lately. It's Mother's Day, my son's too.
Happy Mother's Day.
Say I love you to me now, and it's like I cry at everything now. I'm like, I'm going to cry, so I want to do the clip first, and then you can sing.
All right.
The Last Don, Danny Aiello. Take a look. Then he'll be singing. I can't wait to see it. Really.
The director, Graham Clifford, is from Australia. He did a wonderful movie called Frances, which
Jessica Lange.
Yes, which she was nominated for an Academy Award for. Graham Clifford did such a wonderful job in this film. I don't know how anyone can direct a 6-hour movie, but this man did it.
And it begins Sunday, May 11th on CBS at 9 p.m. Watch the first one and then watch the rest. And if you wouldn't mind singing to me, Mr. Aiello, sir, I would appreciate it.
You made me love you. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. You made me love you, and all the time you knew it. I guess you always knew it. You made me happy sometimes. You made me glad. But there were times, baby, you made me feel so bad. You made me cry for. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to tell you. I want some loving, that's true. Yes, I do. Indeed, I do. You know I do. Come on and give me what I cry for. You know you got the brand of kisses that I die for. You know you made me. You know you made me. You know you made me love you.
Danny Aiello, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're a delight.
Thank you.
Watch it, The Last Don on CBS, May 11th. We'll be right back after this break.